So, what's up, guys? Welcome back to a new trade recap, finally. So, it took a long time for me to take another trade. We were at break even. Now we should be at around 1.3 to 1.4% down. Um, and I didn't trade since I don't even remember since like back here, probably some longs, all of this move. I think I traded something like this. I don't know. I actually don't remember, but I know that here we were pretty much in a box. I didn't want to trade like much of the things that were here. I was just waiting and waiting and waiting. And today finally was the day for me to look for a trade. And it was on this candle. I was just expecting, we took this high and I was just expecting that this would be like on the lower time frame, so the 1 hour manipulation, and then just continue higher towards the highs, which was not the case, unfortunately. And this pulls us back a little bit. And let me just take this out. Uh, Sorry. And this just pulls us a little bit back on the challenge again, since we're now on drawdown, but that doesn't really matter. Let's take our time. Now it's December. It's not a great month for trading. Let's just be patient, which was exactly what I did here. I'm pretty proud of myself because I was patient. I waited for a good trade. Unfortunately, it didn't went as I expected, but let's just break it down. So I just explained the daily, not much more to say. The GU was the same thing, but it didn't present as much as a. It was not as good of a trade because at the time I entered on this candle, like this close, expecting market to pull back towards this order block, which it did, move higher, but eventually it just came back lower. And at that time, GU just had this close, which wasn't really what I liked. I forgot to look at the XY, but even though it didn't tap my targets, so it doesn't really matter. I need to be a little bit more attentive on that. But yeah, overall, that was the idea. So the 4 hours was pretty bullish. This candle hadn't closed at the time, but this one of the 1 hour had closed above this. So my idea was just this is a big order block now, and I protected this stop loss also using this besides the entire order block, using also the fair value gap as a protection. So basically, these were my protections for the trade. Was the idea that the trade would just sorry, would just close here and then bounce out of one of these levels and then move higher. Unfortunately, didn't happen. And yeah, I guess that's it. I didn't look much at the 15 minutes. Now I'm more focused on the 1 hour because I don't know, I'm quite kind of not liking the 50-minute as much. But yeah, I don't know. Let's see what the next trade is. And yeah, see you.